Okay, so the first type of problems that you might get is where you see an equation and then they give you a particular solution. So equals so they want to know, is this a solution? You need to know that this is your ordered pair, and you're going to substitute in x with 6.
Can I do it?
And so you're trying to find out, does the left equal the right? So this is going to be 18 minus 7, okay, which is 11. We know that that does not equal 5. So as Taylor just mentioned, it's not a solution. Okay. And so that's all you have to do is say that it's not a solution. Now, the next type of problem that I want to go over is on page 317. And it's given, you're given an equation. So, number 8. Okay. So here we go. Y equals negative 2x plus 6. You want to find out 3 solutions. So I had you make a big table. Once you become more familiar with this, you don't have to fill out this whole table. And once you become more familiar with what are better solutions for x, but just for our purposes, let's start out with 0, 1, 2. So plug in 0.
Wait, so what is
So 0 plus 6. So because this is going to be 0, so your y is 6. So your ordered pair is going to be 0, 6.
But what if they give you numbers?
Yeah, if they give you numbers, then you substitute those in. Okay, but if you have a choice, I would pick 0, 1, 2. Now I'm going to substitute in 1. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus 6. Again, you have to remember you're in 7th grade, so you should remember your integer rules. Different signs, subtract, and then take the sign of the higher number, then you'll be exact. And then the last one, I'm just going to substitute in 2. So this is negative 4 plus 6.
Can't see it.
Thank you. So y equals negative 4 plus 6. So that's going to give you 2. So your solution is 2, 2. Because my x value is 2, my y value is going to be 2. Now, it's not asking you to plot these points, but I'll go ahead and show you. Okay. And I'm just sketching this out. It doesn't have to be perfect. So 0, 6, x is 0, y is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X is 1, y is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. X is 2, y is 2. And again, I just sketched that out so it doesn't have to be necessarily perfect, but you'll notice that it's going to make a line. Because this is a linear equation, it has a power of 1. And it's going to have a negative slope because the negative in front of it. So, the next type of problem that you'll see is where they're actually asking you to graph it. And that's kind of what we did already on this one, number 8, on page 317. So this is going to be on page 321. And this is number 1. So y equals x plus 4. This would be one that you probably would see, something like this. So you make an ordered pair and then graph it. So I'm just going to simplify my table. X is 0, y is going to be 4. X is 1, what is y going to be? If I plug in 1 for x, and then if x is 2, it's going to be 6. So now these make my ordered pairs, and I can sketch my graph. So 0, 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 5, 2, 6. And then on 322, so this is number 6, y equals -4. Now it's asking you to graph the line, and so that means that y always has to equal -4. So if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, so y always has to go through this point. So x could be anything. So I'm going to make it 0, so 0, -4, 1, -4, 2, -4. So your line's going to go horizontal. And again, I'm just sketching it out so it doesn't have to necessarily be perfect. And the way I like to remember this is that your y-axis is vertical, so your line would be horizontal. If it was x equals 2, then it would have to go vertical. So just a few more problems on page 328. So page 328, number 1. It's asking you to find your x and y intercepts. So you only need 2 points to define a line. So I'm going to plug in 0 for x to get my y value. And then I'm going to plug in 0 for y and get my x value. So into this equation, it's going to be y equals 2 times 0 minus 10. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 10. So my coordinate is going to be 0, -10. And then for this next one, I'm going to plug in 0 for y. So it's going to be 0 equals 2x plus 10. Now you have to solve for this x. You're going to minus a 10 from both sides. So -10, 2x, and then divide by 2. You have to remember your integer rules. You're in 7th grade, so they're going to expect you to know that a negative divided by a positive is a negative, so -5. So your ordered pair is going to be -5, 0. Now that you have these 2 points, you can sketch them. And then on page 335, okay, so you're given 2 points and you want to find your slope. So your slope is going to be your difference in your y values and your difference in your x. So I'm going to label this x1, y1, x2, y2. So difference in my y's, 4 minus 1. Difference in my x is 6 minus 2. So this is going to be 3 over 4. So my slope is equal to 3/4. So I go up 3 over 4. Up 3 over 4. Okay, and then the last one for this chapter, similar to what you'll see, is on page 342, number 1. So, kind of the shortcut for graphing is if we put it in this form, we call this the slope-intercept form. And the number in front of the x is our slope. So this is our slope. This is our y-intercept. So if I match this up with this, my slope is going to be 6. My y-intercept is going to be 1. So I can quickly sketch this by saying it's going to intercept the y-axis at 1. And then my slope is 6, so I go up 6 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1. And then you could keep going, but you notice it's a pretty steep slope, 6 over 1. But it's going to be a positive slope because that's a positive number.